Right now, car dealers across America are drowning in inventory they can't sell. Brand new 2025 and 2026 models are just sitting on lots with no buyers in sight. We use CarEdge data to find out the top 15 models stuck at dealer lots with no buyers in 2026, including one popular SUV with over 35,000 units. Now, let's go from bad to worse. Number 15, Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport. Starting at number 15, we've got the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport backing up with 176 days of market day supply and over 8,300 units piling up at dealerships nationwide. At an average selling price around $46,600, buyers are looking elsewhere. Here's the thing with the Atlas Cross Sport. It's trying to be everything to everyone and ends up being nothing special to anyone. It's basically a regular Atlas, but they LPP'd off the third row and gave it a sloped roof line to make it look sportier. The problem? You're paying almost the same money as the three-row Atlas, but getting way less practicality. And the name Cross Sport doesn't exactly help because it's not sporty in the way people expect. It doesn't feel particularly sharp on the road, and it's not some off-road hero either. Then you stack on the tech complaints. VW's infotainment and touch-sensitive controls are still a sore spot. Owners constantly mention the laggy screen, finicky touch sliders, and random CarPlay glitches. And when you're dropping mid-$40,000 money, that kind of daily annoyance gets old fast. Number 14, Audi A6. The Audi A6 is sitting with 177 days of market supply, and there are nearly 2,900 units gathering dust at dealer lots. According to CarEdge, it carries an average transaction price around $67,700. The A6 is a beautiful car. It's elegant. It's quick. It's got that premium German engineering. But there's one massive problem. Nobody wants sedans anymore, especially not $68,000 sedans. Audi's recent price hikes have pushed the A6 into a bracket where buyers would rather get a high-end crossover instead. And if you really do want a luxury sedan, you're getting the BMW 5 Series or Mercedes E-Class, both of which have stronger brand prestige in the sedan world. Audi tried to sweeten the deal by throwing in 3 years of free maintenance with every A6, but customers are like, no thanks. Number 13, Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. At number 13, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross is stacking up with 178 days of market day supply and over 2,700 units sitting unsold. Average selling price is about $30,000. Let's be honest, Mitsubishi as a brand is barely hanging on in America. The Eclipse Cross is supposed to compete with heavy hitters like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, but it's bringing a butter knife to a gunfight. The 1.5L engine is gutless. Owners are literally saying it has zero pickup and that merging onto the highway feels dangerous. The fuel economy is mediocre at best when competitors are offering 40 miles per gallon hybrids. And the safety systems, people are calling them awful and barely audible. Here's the kicker. Even at 30 grand, which should be competitive, people are choosing to spend a bit more for a Mazda or Subaru that actually has modern tech and doesn't feel like it's running on parts from 2015. Plus, Mitsubishi's dealer network is shrinking. Some buyers have to drive over an hour just to get warranty work done. When you can't even get your car serviced easily, why would anyone buy one? Number 12, Kia Sorento. The Kia Sorento is sitting with 178 days of market day supply. But here's where it gets crazy. There are over 35,000 Sorentos stacking up on lots nationwide. According to CarEdge, average transaction price is about $40,000. So what's going on? First, Kia built way too many of them, and now they're getting cannibalized by their own lineup. Buyers either save money and grab the Sportage or spend a bit more for the way more popular Telluride. The Sorrento's stuck as the middle child that nobody really wants. Second, performance and reliability issues are starting to stack up. The base engine feels underpowered. Owners are complaining about transmission hesitations and slipping, and electrical glitches are popping up left and right. With over 35,000 units just sitting there, dealers are going to be drowning in Sorrentos for a while. Number 11, Jeep Gladiator. Number 11, the Jeep Gladiator is backing up fast. It's sitting with 181 days of inventory and nearly 19,400 units idling at dealerships across America. According to Car Edge, average transaction price is around $34,400. You'd think buyers would be jumping on these, but they're not. The Gladiator had a moment when it first came out. Jeep people love the idea of a Wrangler with a truck bed, but that initial excitement has completely worn off. Turns out the Gladiator isn't a great Wrangler, and it's not a great truck either. As a truck, it's terrible. The bed is short, the payload is weak, and you can't tow nearly as much as a Tacoma or Colorado. As an off-roader, it's heavy and awkward compared to a regular Wrangler. And here's the thing that's really killing it, the price. Well-equipped Gladiators are hitting $50,000 to $60,000. For that money, you can get a way better truck or a way better SUV. And then you've got the reliability track record on top of all that, which isn't doing it any favors either. Number 10. GMC Sierra EV. At number 10, we hit our biggest EV hurdle, the GMC Sierra EV. It's a huge electric truck, and as it turns out, it has a huge number of things fundamentally wrong with it. And the 184-day supply tells the story. With over 3,000 units sitting for sale at an average price of $77,562, this has become an expensive paperweight for dealers. According to Car Edge, it's just not moving. The reason: reliability fears and software glitches. There have already been reports of stability control malfunctions, along with a growing disdain for EVs at the dealership level, where many techs simply aren't trained or equipped to fix them. And that's the real deal breaker. If you're spending close to $80,000 on a truck, you expect it to work. You don't expect to wait 3 months for a control module while it sits disabled behind the service bay. Number 9. Audi A3. At number 9, Audi's entry-level sedan is piling up with 189 days of market day supply and nearly 2,000 units sitting at dealerships. The A3's average transaction price, about $43,500. The A3 used to be Audi's entry point, the car you bought for your first taste of luxury. But Audi got greedy. The 2026 A3 starts at over $41,000. That's not entry-level anymore. That's solidly mid-tier pricing. Young professionals who used to be the target market for the A3 are completely priced out. They're buying used luxury cars that are a few years old for way less money. The A3 is a victim of pricing itself out of its own market. It's not cheap enough to be entry-level and not special enough to justify the premium. So it just sits there. Before we continue, if you're getting any value from this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Number 8. Hyundai Ioniq 5. The Hyundai Ioniq 5 is sitting with 190 days of market day supply and over 10,600 units stacked up at dealerships. The average selling price is around $47,900. Now here's the crazy part. Hyundai has slashed prices on the Ioniq by up to $10,000 trying to move these things, but it didn't work. They're still unsold. Even with massive discounts, buyers are staying away because the price is still too high and the problems run way deeper than the price. The biggest issue: reliability nightmares. The integrated charging control unit, the ICCU, keeps failing. When this thing goes out, your car is dead, and owners are reporting it takes months to get the part, while Hyundai Corporate is more focused on selling new cars than honoring warranties for existing customers. Number 7. Chrysler Pacifica. The Chrysler Pacifica is backing up with 194 days of inventory, and there are over 16,400 units idling at dealerships across the country with no buyers. The Pacifica should be a solid family hauler with its stow-and-go seating and spacious interior, but reliability nightmares are killing sales. First, the transmission. Harsh shifting, hesitation, lurching, and complete failures at just 15,000 miles. Worse, replacement transmissions are backordered indefinitely, leaving owners stranded with no loaner. Then there's engine issues, ticking noises, check engine lights from carbon buildup, and random stalling. The power sliding doors are a disaster. They malfunction constantly, getting stuck or not responding. Some have even closed on kids because the safety sensors failed to reverse. Add in recalls and electrical issues, and you've got a $47,000 minivan that families don't trust. Buyers are going to Toyota Sienna or Honda Odyssey instead. Number 6. Ford Mustang. Number 6 is shocking. The Ford Mustang is sitting with 195 days of market day supply and over 19,000 units idling at Ford dealerships. At an average selling price around $48,400, the last American muscle car is struggling. The Mustang is literally the last V8 muscle car standing. The Camaro is dead. The Challenger is dead. Mustang should be printing money now with no competition, but instead it just recorded its worst sales year ever in 2024. What happened? Ford got greedy and priced regular people out of the muscle car dream. The Mustang has jumped by $15,000 to $20,000 over the past 5 years. What used to be an accessible performance car for middle-class enthusiasts is now a luxury purchase that most people under 35 can't afford. And it's not just the price. They ripped out physical buttons and dials and replaced everything with screens and touch controls. Mustang buyers want a proper driver's car, not a computer on wheels. Number 5. BMW 8 Series. Number 5. The BMW 8 Series is sitting with 203 days of market supply and nearly 1,900 units gathering dust at BMW dealers. According to Car Edge, average transaction price is around $112,000. The 8 Series is BMW's flagship Grand Tourer, but the market has spoken. Nobody's listening. Sales dropped by 32.4% in the first quarter of 2025 alone. Here's the problem. The 8 Series doesn't have any magic. It's expensive, but not special enough to justify 6 figures. People shopping on this price range want a Porsche 911 with legendary status or a Lexus LC500 for that exotic V8 sound. The BMW 8 Series, it's just a fancier 5 Series in a sharper suit. Number 4. Jeep Compass. Number 4. The Jeep Compass. Sitting at 203 days of market day supply, and this one's brutal. There are over 27,000 Compasses stuck at Jeep dealerships nationwide. That's the second highest inventory on this list. According to Car Edge, average selling price is about $32,400. At $32,400, the Compass is priced right next to much better competitors. You can get a Mazda CX-5 or Honda CR-V with better tech, better efficiency, and better reliability for the same price. This is part of a bigger problem at Stellantis. Jeep's entire lineup is sitting way above the healthy supply mark. When you've got over 27,000 units gathering dust, that's not a sales problem. That's a production problem. Number 3. Buick Envision. Number 3. The Buick Envision. Backing up with 217 days of market day supply and over 8,300 units stacking up at dealerships. The average transaction price is about $40,000. The Envision's problem is brutal and simple. Tariffs. This thing is built in China and getting absolutely hammered by import duties. We're talking 47.5% in combined tariffs. A standard 2.5% import duty, a 25% tariff, and additional China-specific penalties. Because of this, GM had to jack up the price by $4,500 for 2026 just to maintain profitability. The base trim now starts at $41,000. That's $4,500 more than last year. Here's the thing. Buick used to be the value luxury brand, but not anymore. Number 2. Jaguar F-Pace. Number 2. The Jaguar F-Pace sitting with 292 days of market supply. That's nearly 10 months on dealer lots with no buyers. There are over 2,100 F-Paces gathering dust in showrooms. Jaguar was supposed to discontinue the F-Pace after 2025, but somehow they're continuing into 2026. The F-Pace is a dead car driving. Number 1. Volkswagen ID.4. Number 1. The absolute worst offender. The Volkswagen ID.4 with a market day supply that'll blow your mind. According to Car Edge, it's got 527 days. Yeah, you heard that right. 527 days. That's enough inventory to last a year and a half without shipping a single new one. And the reason is simple. Basically, no one is buying this thing right now. Dealers are stuck holding them, paying floor plan interest every month, watching them age on the lot, and even having to routinely charge them just to keep the batteries healthy because EVs lose charge even when they're just sitting there. That brings us to the end of the video. If you found this helpful, Hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you in the next one. And if you want deeper insights, smarter car buying strategies, and real data-backed automotive content, make sure to follow MotorVault, where we break down the car market, hidden dealer tactics, and the smartest moves for car buyers and enthusiasts.